guys, it's me again. Um, sorry, I wanted to talk to y'all about being a lifeguard. And, I've been a lifeguard for 2 years now. This is going to be my third year being a lifeguard. I'm kind of talking about this because, I went through lifeguard training this weekend, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I I have the most fun being a lifeguard. It is honestly the best job I've ever had. I've had 3 jobs, and personally, this is my favorite. Being a lifeguard, I get to have a lot of fun. I get to make a lot of friends. I get to learn awesome games that I've never heard of, and they're really fun, and I get to hang out with a bunch of cool people and all that. And then I also get paid, like awesome. But it's not all fun and games. I mean, you have to go through like 2 days of training in February. Yeah. February, cold weather, wind, rain, all of it. And I had to get in a river. It was cold. I was sad. I had to get in the water. I was swimming. But training is really fun because you get to make really awesome friends. Like I remember my first year for the lifeguard. My instructor was had told me that you're gonna want to make friends in this class because when you start working and it's like, oh hey, I was in your lifeguard class with you. Let's go get lunch together. Also, another thing that I love about being a lifeguard is I had met my boyfriend at my job, and I don't know where I'd be without him. He is my absolute best friend, and he's just everything to me. I can't just say that he's my boyfriend. He's my best friend. I do everything with him. I love it. Anyway, back to being a lifeguard. I want to tell you all about the most. I mean, it is fun being a lifeguard, but it's not all fun and games. I mean, you do have to do your job. You do have to protect people's lives, and you do have to enforce the rules when they need to be enforced. I was 15 when I started working as a lifeguard, and it was so much fun. I enjoyed it. I only did it for 2 months, but it was the best 2 months ever. And when I returned, I was rehired, so I had already known what I was doing. I was ready for the season. And then, like around June or July, I was working in the river part of where I work, and this slide, it goes down, like it goes bumpy, and it slides around and goes down. And where I was at, it was kind of deep. A lot of water was rushing down, and a lot of people come down, and you can't see the top, and you can't communicate with people at the top of the ride and tell them to stop and stuff. And I was at the bottom by myself. I was 16 years old, and this lady came down. I remember this story so well. It still gives me nightmares about this. I actually had a PTSD after this happened. I could not work in that area for the rest of the season after this happened. This lady came down, and she was a little heavier set, I'm not gonna lie. She was she'd come down, and she told me, she said in a kind of panicked voice, but not too panicked, I broke my ankle. Me being 16 years old, by myself at this ride, and I looked at her ankle, and like I'm gonna use my own ankle as an example. Okay, please excuse my dirty sock. Okay, this part of her ankle was popped outward and her foot was twisted sideways. It may have been the other way around, but you get the picture. And it was a very horrific thing to see. I could not look at it. And I remember pushing her behind me at the stairs, and I still had people coming down the ride, and I had to block her from the people coming at me. I had to make sure she was comfortable in the tube with her ankle. I blew 3 because blow 3 is someone's in trouble, someone's injured, someone needs to come here and help me. And I had blown 3, and the first person who arrived on scene, I told him she broke her ankle, and to stop the ride, like to stop dispatch. And so he did that so I could focus on her, only her. And I stood in front of her and I asked her questions. I made sure and she was with her husband, I guess, I can't remember. And I remember I was down there for about 5 minutes by myself with her while they got the backboard to get her out. And when people finally came to help me, I was about to burst into tears. And I panicked. I freaked out. I could not function. I ended up going back to the suction table. And I cried for a good 2 hours, probably. The worst part was that during that time, I had to write a witness report about what happened. She ended up going to the hospital, by the way. I think she's okay now. I don't know. But I had to write a witness report about it. And having to relive that, like explaining it, was the worst thing ever. But yeah, I love being a lifeguard, and I wasn't planning on coming back to work this year, but I did. And I'm kind of really excited, and that's why I decided to make this video and talk about my experiences as a lifeguard. And I think some people should take an interest in being a lifeguard. Find a place where you could work. It's super fun. You make a lot of friends, and you get to be in the summer and make an awesome tan. Well, y'all have a great week, and I will see y'all Friday. I love you all. Have a great day. And subscribe, like, and maybe comment. Bye. I love you guys. See ya Friday.